Thanks so much for coming out today. I'm Sonia Hunsinger, the Executive Director of Downtown Inc. We're the organization that works to enhance and encourage reinvestment in downtown York. And we're particularly excited about the announcement today. We're here to talk about parking. And now I know in downtown that usually brings a heavy sigh, but not today. We're talking today about making it easier. In a downtown, parking isn't just about storing cars. Done right and done well, parking can be a tool that enhances the overall downtown experience, enticing new businesses to locate here and encouraging patrons to extend their visits, shopping in more of our stores and spending more time enjoying our restaurants. Customer-friendly parking is central to a livable, walkable, and economically strong downtown. And in an effort to make our downtown parking system easier for businesses and patrons, the York City General Authority has provided for the installation of new smart parking meters. These new meters being installed this week in the core area of our downtown will allow patrons multiple payment options, making on-street parking much easier. Just one more step in a customer-friendly direction for downtown York that will keep our downtown a vibrant place to dine, shop, and do business. Cheryl Rasco is going to provide some of the details, but before she does, I'm going to invite Leonardo McClarty, our Director of Community and Economic Development for the City of York, to say a few words.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you, Sonny. Today is a great day for the City of York. And again, I'm Leonardo McClarty. I'm the Director for the Department of Economic and Community Development for the City of York, and here representing Mayor Bracey, who is currently out of town. Today really is the culmination of a lot of great efforts that have taken well over a year to come together for this great city. Today's pilot project actually started back in April of May of 2013 when the city began to test a number of various smart meters from a number of vendors. And the IPS meters that are currently being installed are the meters that we feel will best serve the citizens of York as well as those that are visiting here as well. And as Sonny touched on it a little bit earlier, all of what we want to do is drive business as well as also to continue to serve our customers in a very business-friendly and in a very customer-friendly manner. And so by installing these smart meters, we now will be able to do that, as opposed to many of our visitors or business patrons having to go and in some cases find change and really not be able to enjoy their experience in York by worrying about how much time is left on the meter. They now will be able to use the latest technology from credit cards and the like to really be able to pay for their parking and to enjoy their experience in downtown. But I also think just as important for that is the revenue generation that it will provide for our city as well. And so with that, we're now better able to, again, serve both our citizens, our visitors, our businessmen and women, and at the same time generate revenue for our city. And so again, today is a great day for the City of York. And with that, I will turn things over to Cheryl.
Good afternoon, everyone. My role today is to simply show you how to actually use our meters. So if you step over this way, I will show you. So a citizen will come to the meter, simply insert their credit card, decide how much time they would like. Say, for example, this particular customer would like an hour and 30 minutes. So they go to an hour and 30 minutes. It's going to show you exactly how much that costs. Then hit OK. The credit card goes through the process of authorizing. It shows that it's approved. And a pop-up showing that they have an hour and 30 minutes, and these meters will actually tell you what time the meter actually expires. So if you're in our downtown area shopping or eating, you'll know you'll have to such and such a time because it shows you when this is going to expire to finish your business and come back to your meter.
How much will it cost for a total installation of all the meters?
At this point, we're doing 214 meters, so that's going to cost us just about $200,000. Excuse me, a little bit more, 250.
What does this really mean for the city? I mean, is it going to help to bring in customers? Is it going to be easier for people to come downtown?
That's our hope, yes, that we are offering this as just a convenience to our downtown shoppers. A lot of times nowadays we don't carry around a lot of coins in our pocket, so when folks come to the downtown, instead of searching for coins, they will have the convenience of using their credit card to pay for their parking needs. Yes, ma'am.
Will this give you an alert? Can you register your phone number or something, and it will let you know if you're running out of time, so you can just add it?
Not at this point. That's our next phase. We want to get this installed first, and then our next phase, we're looking into pay-by-phone options.
Who's covering the cost? $250,000, and was it budgeted for this year?
Yes, it was budgeted for this year by the City of York General Authority. Yes.
Say a user buys an hour and a half, but they only use an hour. Does it get refunded back onto their card, or do they just lose the time and the money?
No, ma'am. They would lose the time, similar to what they have now. These meters also, we are also having sensors installed as well. So the sensors, once the customer finishing their parking, it will revert back to zero.
Okay. Is there a fee, like, shop owners who got a credit card, the company takes a transaction fee?
Yeah.
Is the city losing any money if people use their credit card?
Yes, there is a transaction fee, but the City of York General Authority is absorbing that fee.
How much revenue do you think this may bring into the city?
We're looking, it was forecasted at a 20% increase on transaction at each individual meter.
And why do you lease?
Because this really zeroes out at zero. So in our current ordinance, the folks are supposed to leave after they park for 2 hours, but at times that doesn't happen. And so with the sensors partnering with the meters, folks will be more encouraged to move their vehicle after and pay attention to what our ordinance says and move after 2 hours.
Does it give the parking authority a heads up, hey, there's vehicles parked in this place that are expired?
Yes, through the back office software, we will be able to tell that.
So you could actually send out your meter maids to wherever they need to be.
Well, sir, we do not have meter maids in the City of York. We have parking enforcement officers.
Get them out to the family to find out.
Say that again.
You'll be able to find out where your delinquent payers are, a lot of them.
That's correct.
Speaking of parking enforcement officers,
Yes.
are you saying to hire any, eliminate any?
No, ma'am. We're sticking with our current complement of 5 full-time parking enforcement officers.
And this system, the IBS system, I think when you guys tested it last year, there were a couple bugs or something with the software.
What happened on the very first day, our meters weren't communicating with the software, so we had to reset that. Actually, we had to upgrade the program, but none of our customers lost any money. As a matter of fact, the majority that it happened to, maybe out of the 30 meters we put in, it only happened at 2 meters. They received 8 hours of complimentary parking.
What's the total meters that are going to be installed in the city?
Total, at this point, 214.
So despite that problem, you guys still found this successful altogether?
Yes, ma'am. Out of the 2 organizations that we test, IPS offered the best products here for our application in York. Yes.
You mentioned pay by phone would be the next phase. When do you anticipate the next phase?
Ma'am, if we go with the pay-by-phone option, we would have to work that into the budget, so it wouldn't actually happen until 2015.
How many more meters do you intend to get throughout the city, or would this be it?
No, ma'am, we're going to see how this works, to see what our customer feedback is, what our business feedback is, and see if folks are interested in having the meter district expanded with these type of meters as well. Currently, it's just in our downtown business district.
Are merchants excited about this?
Some of them are. Perhaps Ms. Hunsinger from the Downtown Inc. could speak to that better.
I can say that our merchants are happy about anything that makes their consumers' life just a little more easy and convenient. What I do want to stress, though, is the smart meters are going to be installed not throughout the entire central business district, but just on the first 2 blocks. The first, Cheryl can elaborate, but it's much more confined to the core of the downtown and not the entire central business district. You want to talk about where they are?
We actually have maps that we can show you where they're actually going, but it's George Street, Market Street, Philadelphia, and Beaver Street.
Out one block.
Yes.
1 block out.
1 block in each direction on those streets I mentioned, from the square. And we can provide maps for you so you'll know. And you can look on our website as well. Customers can go to our website as well. If they are a little hesitant and not sure, they could get further information on how the meters actually work.